Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of MidRank Madness. Today we've got a game between VaLmaLisK and Kachu here on Catalyst, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we've got the red Zerg player. His name is Kachu. And in the top left-hand corner, it's going to be the blue Zerg player, VaLmaLisK. From Kurzrio, which I googled, doesn't pull up anything at all. Google's like, I don't know what that is. There's literally 200 results on the entire internet that match that particular string of letters, and a lot of it's in Spanish and legal documents and stuff, so I don't think that's StarCraft related. Anyway, it's a ZVZ edition of MidRank Madness. This was chosen from a pack of over 40 MidRank Madness replays that my screener Logan went through looking for the very, very best ones. This was the #1 choice, so I expect great things. And those of you who are unfamiliar, this is my weekly examination of gold, platinum, and diamond level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. If you'd like to see your game cast by me and you're in there, and you probably are, because it is the largest segment of StarCraft 2 players by far, then you can send it to me, and no guarantee it will be cast. Okay, I get a lot of competition for these. The screeners go through them. They work really hard to make sure that only the best ones are cast during this Tuesday event. Alright, so it was a hatch first here out of VaLmaLisK, went for an extractor, and now a spawning pool here. However, Kachu's going for a very aggressive pool extractor opening with no expansion, and here come the Zerglings. If you've ever played ZVZ on the ladder, you know what this is. This is some early Ling Rush 12 pool type stuff coming at you sub 2 minutes. This is eternal. This is a 6 pool back in Brood War. Lings coming at you in about 2 minutes. 6 of them. It's not, I mean, the specifics are different, but the end result is the same. You have 6 Lowlings in your base way earlier than you ever expected them. Now, they are running past this Overlord, so if VaLmaLisK has some good ideas as to what's going on, good map awareness, he knows what's coming here. Now, the question is, do you want to try to take down the hatchery? If you're Kachu, nah, you want to kill them drones. You want to kill them juicy, delicious drones. In production, the spawning pool is done. VaLmaLisK is not making a queen or lings. Every second here is important. The drones need to fight. If they don't fight, you just lose. Good stack. Stacking up on the minerals and then attacking. That's exactly how you do it here. You make it so the lings can't get us around. You get us around on them instead. End up, you're going to lose some buddies here. You're going to lose some of your dudes. But if you fight well, you're going to kill these lings eventually. Oh, man, these lings are doing exceptional work. 2 more lings coming in. There are 6 drones remaining for VaLmaLisK. What has he got in production here? He's got, he's making more drones? Okay, pro tip from Falcon Paladin. Make a queen as soon as that pool finishes and make some lings. He actually won that battle. How the what? Good job, drones, I guess. Well, it's only 2 lings. 2 lings aren't that fantastic. And look at this. Kachu expanding in the top right-hand corner. Ninja expanding here while hiding it from his opponent. So Valma thinks it's a 1-base, crazy all-in here. He needs to be feared for his life, but there is an expansion from Kachu, which you need an expansion at this point of the game to spend all of the larvae that you're getting. You just start out with too many workers. Plus, he's made some more. He has 19 now compared to the 14 of VaLmaLisK. So look at him drone it back up immediately. I've been in this situation, and you kind of have 2 choices. Either make some lings and hope you can survive, or just drone up and hope they don't attack you. Because if they leave you alone for a while, you actually might be okay. And so far, it looks like VaLmaLisK is taking that risk, droning up at his natural base, droning up at his main too, and he's going to be fine. Honestly, he's getting a Baneling nest. He's only down 5 harvesters. And remember, we talked about this, early cheese means a worse economy for the player that is cheesing. So if you can hold it off and you can survive, you're going to be all right. I mean, yes, VaLmaLisK was down a whole ton of workers, but he had enough money to pump that back up pretty quickly. I mean, a better player, a pro-level player, would probably just have more drones in the first place. So, again, that is an eternal principle. So there's your Baneling nest for VaLmaLisK. I like this. Defensive Banelings, very good. Offensive Banelings, also very good. And Kachu is taking his natural base for his 3rd, but we'll call this his natural. That's coming up now. And his Sneaky Ninja expand his 3rd base because it's less confusing for me. And that's really what I try to think about when I'm casting these games. How can I make it less confusing for me? Because I already mess up enough to where you guys are correcting me fairly often, and it's right. I mean, I'm not saying it's unjust correction, because it is, but it just inspires me to try to do better and try to simplify things a little bit so that there are less opportunities for me to screw up. Good transfer of drones here. Look at that timing by Kachu. That was not bad. Drones got here right as that hatchery popped. More drones, 37 to 28 harvesters, and this is how fast ZVZ goes. if both players are droning up, you can go from 15 harvesters to 40 in about a minute and a half, it seems like. That is just the power of the Zerg, the power of the injects that both players are making good use of here. Yeah, actually, look at the energy on that queen. 24, 25, there's the inject. Holy smokes, Kachu playing well here. APM, about 70, 80 for these players. So, again, these guys are not professional level, but that's not what mid-rank madness is all about. It's watching what happens in the largest segment of the population of StarCraft 2 players and just kind of trying to learn from it, maybe laughing at some of the stuff that goes on because it can be funny. Spore Crawler pops up and a Spine. Kachu is playing really defensively for someone who almost killed his opponent with a 12 pool, honestly. I don't know what he expects to happen, but geez, it's 44 to 40 harvesters. We are neck and neck. VaLmaLisK coming back. Another spine up for Kachu. Usually if you're spining up this hard, they're going, yep, HydroLisk. You're trying to tech up, right? You don't have the Lings, you don't have the Banelings, you don't have the Roaches necessary. You're trying to go for Mutas or trying to go for Hydras or trying to, there we go, Mutas or Hydras, both, sure, why not? And you can't hold a regular Ling Baneling attack. So you get some static defense up. Usually players will wall. It's a better thing to do, Kachu, if you're trying to tech up to something and sneak a third base, which is actually fairly brilliant of you. Is wall off. Evolution Chamber here, maybe a Roach Warren, maybe another Evolution Chamber Spine Crawler to fill in a gap. Each map has its own walling off pattern from that natural base. I mean, you can look it up. You can look it up. There are places that talk about that kind of thing. Liquidpedia, a pretty good resource there too. More spines from Kachu. Kachu is, I don't know, man. I don't know if he can win this thing the way he's playing. He's getting a lot of spines. Every one of those spines is a drone that could be harvesting right now. He is up 60 to 40 though. Jeez. His macro was not bad. Oh, and look at this. Ling Scout does manage to find this ninja expand of Kachu. Queen, save the dudes. There we go. Gonna save the drones. Ling's trying to run into this natural base. He's 4 spines and goes, you know what? Never mind. More Lings running over here. Oh, try to toss up the static defense. Kachu at this sneaky ninja third, but no. Banelings. You don't need Banelings. Just come in here with Lings and win. No, 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 no. Mistake. Mistake from VaLmaLisK. You don't need Banelings for this. All there was a queen. Come in, kill the queen, and kill the drones at your leisure. There we go. This is exactly right. Getting that. Oh, we got Burrow? Kachu researched Burrow? That's amazing. Oh, some Hydras popped out, and the static defense is going to come down. Banelings are rolling in. And, oh, they're trying to get the Hydras, though. Oh, man. Baneling hits on Hydras are so good. That extra damage versus light is really handy. Some Roaches showing up, going against these spines too. Lings rolling in. This is a lot of stuff from VaLmaLisK. This base is going to fall. There's really no saving it here. Unfortunately for Kachu, drones are retreating for their lives. Kachu has lost a bunch of drones here. 11 total have gone down, and they're getting chased. Lings are so zippy fast. They can zip, surround, murder. Zip, surround, murder. Your drones are hovering, but they are not that quick. How do they propel themselves? Their wings, I guess. They just kind of flap their wings and they fly. Not zippy. Not zippy for sure. Dude, I don't know. Kill that hatch. That is production that Kachu could be using. I guess he's going to go for the kill, though. I suppose he's going to go for it. He is thinking about it? No. Thinking about it? No. Oh, Baneling busting. I don't know. I think you can run by. I really do. Run Lings. This is not a wall. This is not a wall. Run this way, up the ramp, into the main base, and you're going to be fine. But Mutas are up for Kachu. And there are Hydras here, too. The Hydras I'm not as worried about for VaLmaLisK, but the Mutas are a major problem because none of this stuff can shoot up. It's Roaches and Lings and Banelings for VaLmaLisK, and that's about it. He did send some Lings to try to finish off this third base of Kachu. That's very nice. He's got a third base of his own, but he's kind of stopped droning, which is a problem in the ZVZ. If you stop droning at around 40, you better have a heck of an army to try to end the game now, but that is not what VaLmaLisK has. He's got 2,000 minerals on the bank, 100 gas. He needs additional extractors, especially at his natural base and his third base. He's got to get that gas up a lot earlier than now. This mass spine thing is nuts from Kachu. I mean, it's going to work. I don't think VaLmaLisK can break this with Banelings and Roaches, especially not with Mutas overhead. But here we go. Mutas on the top, million spines, just trying to stab it. The Muta flock is big right now. There are 17 of them. Roaches trying to kill the ground stuff before the Mutas murder them. Trying to kill these Hydras, but too much DPS overall, and Kachu wrecks. Absolutely wrecks right there. Defending exceptionally well. Where did you... Does Valma just... Oh, Valma's tossing up Spore Crawlers. I'm like, where did your workers go? Oh, you're making 6 Spore Crawlers right now. That would explain where all of your workers went. Killing Mutalisks is this killing MidRank overlords is this Mutaflock, as is tradition. That's just one of the things. If you go Muta in a ZVZ, kill overlords. Trying to supply block your opponent. Slow them down. 3 spores coming up at each base, which does seem prudent considering the largeness of the Mutaflock. If there's 5 Mutas, don't make 2 spores, 3 spores. 1 spore is enough. But if there are this many, if there's 10, 12, bigger than that, you're going to want to get 3 spores and some additional queens per base, or you're going to have a bad time. Lings, did they not finish off this base before? How? I don't know how they didn't, but this third base is now going to die, I think. Nope, Muta's coming to save it. So this is a distraction by VaLmaLisK. I like it, actually. He says, I'm not quite ready for Mutas. I'm going to try to kill your base over here so the Mutas will be distracted and head over that way and give time for these spore crawlers and these extra queens to pop out. So 2 queens and 3 spores. Is it enough is the question. I don't know. He's getting tunneling claws is VaLmaLisK. That's very interesting. I don't know about this. All right, spores. That extra damage versus biological is really helpful. Got to transfuse. Transfusing the spore. 2 spores and a queen. Hitting these dudes. Taking Mutas out. Wow. That Mutaflock took some hits. 16 remaining. 7 have been killed so far. Coming back in. Going against these 2 spores. They're going to get one of the spores here, but another queen is out. Nothing for a transfuse. No, not enough for a transfuse. This spore is still alive, and now it's dead. Holy crap. That is a lesson. With your Mutas, don't attack into spores like that. 13 Mutas have gone down. Resources lost at this point are 7,400. 6,400 for Kachu. I mean, that's a lot of dead Muta. 13 dead Mutas at this stage in the game is just brutal. Especially because you, again, effectively lost your third base. You've got no gas income from that at all. You are getting gas from your main and your natural still, but to continue pumping Mutas like this, you gotta have that Vespine. It is delicious. It is delicious to all Zerg players. All right, you got to move here, Valma. What are you working on, dude? He's got a Hive coming up. He's getting Burrow. He's getting +2 Ground Carapace. He's going Burrow Roach, which, I mean, okay, I guess. I just feel like Mutas wreck that, especially if Kachu's smart enough to make an Overseer once he realizes what's going on. He doesn't have one yet. Hasn't really needed one, though, but you can easily make one. He's got a lair, obviously, because he's got Mutas. All right, so the Roaches pop on in here and say, 2 can play this game. Burrow is a thing. You can't kill us fast enough before we kill this hatch. All right, that was nice. Little +1/+1 Roach deal. Can't quite burrow yet. He's got the tunneling claws, but not the burrow, which kind of want to get those upgrades started at the same time if you can. Roach is just getting absolutely burned down from the sky by these glaive worms and then pulling back to the safety of their spores. So that spore, I think that spore got moved. I don't think that's a new one. There's only 2 spores here at the natural base, and there's no queen either, but a queen and 3 spores here at the third base. No gas income. Spores. Okay, let's look at this. The numbers, all right. 15 damage versus regular stuff in the air, but versus flying biological stuff, it's 30 damage per shot. They doubled it. And the reason they did that, I've talked about this before on the channel, though, is that in Heart of the Swarm, ZVZ boiled down to Muta versus Muta in every case. If you got past the Baneling stage, it was who can get the most Mutas the fastest, and who can micro the best, and who can do tricks like putting Lings under the Mutaflocks so that the enemy's glaive worms hit the Lings instead of the Mutas they're attacking. I believe that was an Idra thing. Idra was into that back in the day. But Blizzard said, we hate that there's a required strategy for this. We're going to change it. And it was a simple change, just increasing the damage done to flying biological units by spores. That was it. It was easy to defend against Mutas. You can go for Roach Ravager. You can go for Ultras. You can go for Hydras. Things changed. And for the better. So here's our Burrow Roach squad from VaLmaLisK. I'm going to try to sneak on in, sneak past these spines. There is a Spore Crawler here, but it's... Man, that vision distance is not quite enough to see them. Wow, I thought I would have seen them for sure. But no, Burrow Roach here. Another base coming in from Kachu. He's double expanding. Triple expanding right now. 3 hatches at a time, which I love from him. I mean, if he's ahead, right? He's been defending pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about an attack if I'm Kachu. Triple expanding seems to make sense. He's got 52 drones. Working on an infestation pit. Dude, kill this infestation pit. You were right on top of it. You're waiting for the Mutas to go out. Look at this Burrow Roach squad, too. What is your plan, VaLmaLisK? I feel like you have a plan. I just don't know what it is. Oh, did they pop out? No, I thought I heard a sound. Maybe you should kill the infestation pit. Killing tech structures is always nice. The queen goes down. Infestation pit kind of getting hit. Some of the drones getting murdered here as well. The target firing on the roaches. You got to pick a target, man. Either hit the infestation pit or the lair or the drones. Ah, but there's the burrow. These guys popping out here as well and getting rid of a lot of these spine crawlers and then retreating. and Burrow retreating out of there. But guess who has an Overseer? Kachu! Kachu's got one, and now they're forced to stand and fight. But Hydra is generally not great against Roach, but with some Muta support, these guys are toast. These guys in the main base, however, still murdering stuff, and still a little bit split on their decision on what to attack. Some of them killing the Spire, some of them getting the spawning pool, some of them going after the lair. But if they focus down the lair, it would be dead right now. Or if they focus down the Spire, it would be dead right now. But in this case, he split his attention, and I think both of those buildings are going to survive. Are they? No, he gets the Spire. Holy smokes. Oh no, the last attack. 8 HP on that Spire. See, this is what I'm talking about. Spawning pool alive, Spire alive, and lair alive. That's so, Infestation Pit alive. So he killed some drones, which is great. But if you're in the main base of your opponent, you gotta kill some tech structures. Get the lair. That would have set him back immensely. Get the Spire. Spire and lair would have set him back forever. Alright, so Infester's coming out from VaLmaLisK. He's getting Vipers here too. Parasitic Bomb really good against Mutas. They stack up and they don't have a lot of HP, so Parasitic Bomb is a good answer if that's what you're worried about. Also, another good strategy is Fungal Hydra, which you fungal the Mutas, keep them in place, and the Hydra's just burning down from distance because they have a much longer attack range. Longer attack range? Further attack range than the Mutas. My English is suffering here. Ling Flood. Ling attack here at Kachu's. Is that a 4th base? Sure. And his 5th base, there's the Burrow on the drones. Very smart, man. Getting Burrow in ZVZ seems pretty good. Yeah, you might end up losing. What is he getting another lair for? Might end up losing your morphing lair. Second one of the day. I guess. I mean, this one's almost dead, so fair enough. Have a backup. Having a backup's never a bad thing. It's 118 to 102 total supply. Kachu, I just feel like he has a pretty good idea of what he's doing. He's defending well. He's got a good composition. Ling, Hydra, Muta, a couple Overseers in case one of them dies. He's saving his bases pretty darn well. Yeah, a lot of drones have gone down, but in ZVZ, they're almost expendable. He's lost 50 drones so far, and it's 40 to 44. So he's down, but it's not a ridiculous number, I guess, if I had to say. +2 armor on these Lings makes them survive against this Queen a lot better than they normally would. Queen has no upgrades herself. All right, Kachu, I think, needs to move out. He's been on the defensive for a while now. He had a pretty successful early attack. That Muta attack at the natural was disastrous, and maybe that's what's keeping him hesitant about mounting another attack here. Seems like that could be the case. And the problem with spellcasters in these mid-levels is that they are just giant, juicy targets that the enemy comes in and says, oh snap, I gotta kill that thing, and your map awareness, what's going on, as the defender is usually not enough to save these Vipers. So I'm worried that Kachu's gonna come in here, snipe off the Vipers, and then it's like, oh, I have some Infestors, I guess, and some Banelings, but really nothing to kill the Mutas, unless you fungal them and Infested Terran them. Infested Terrans do a whole ton of damage versus air. I mean, they have that purple attack, which I forget what it's called, but it's very effective. Kachu's working on an Ultralisk Cavern. He's upgrading his Spire to a greater Spire. He's making another Spire to get those upgrades. It is late game for Zerg right now, officially, you guys. He's getting all the tier 3 stuff, all the upgrades that are possible for him to get. And by that, I mean he's getting no upgrades right now, but he has the ability to do so with 2 Spires. That's nice. I mean, ideally, what do you want if you're going against VaLmaLisK here? Viper, Infestor. Ultras would be real good, actually. Vipers can't do anything against Ultras, and Infestors can't slow them with Fungal. They can't mind control them either. So, yeah, Ultras going to be your choice. Here's the big battle, though. Banelings rolling into this Hydra Ball. Parasitic Bomb going down on the Overseers, which is weird. Another one on top of these Mutas, too. Look at him stacking up. Look at them stacking. He doesn't know. Does he know he has to split off? Oh, my God. There it goes. That is so many dead Mutas in this game. 26 thus far. Another Parasitic Bomb. Kachu, do you not know what this does? Do you not know about splitting? Oh, man. Lost more Mutas and an Overseer there, and suddenly VaLmaLisK is up 151 to 78 total supply. Kachu has enough money in the bank to toss down 12 more Mutalisks, but the number of bases that Kachu has is kind of insane. He's got 42 workers and he's on 6 bases. 6 bases, that's not enough workers. All right, so this base in the bottom left-hand corner of Kachu is down. Blinding Cloud on the spines to prevent them from attacking back. That's nice, actually. It's a pretty good move. I mean, probably unnecessary because these roaches are +2/+2, and there's a whole ton of them, and there are 2 spines. Fungling the drones so they can't run. That is a special tactic. There was some interesting stuff here. Here come the Infested Terrans and the Mutas. No. Don't stay here. This is bad place for you. There it is. 16 damage, Infested Rockets. Wham, 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 wham. Just hitting hard. Parasitic Bomb. The big problem here, though. There we go. Vipers fleeing for their lives. Mutas coming back on in. Can we save our base? No, our base is dead. Why'd you even come back? I don't know. Another Infested Terran popped on out from an Infestor that gets killed. The egg dies before anything else, and rolling into the natural base is a VaLmaLisK. He's trying to end this thing now, yo. He doesn't care about these Mutas in the sky. Not even a tiny bit. Viper's going to come back in. Another Parasitic Bomb would be super handy. The Roaches are getting murdered. No, 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 no. Don't just walk in here. Did you just move? A-moved. He A-moves. His caster's in here. No, 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 Vipers. The massacre. The massacre on the Vipers. Oh, shoot. Some of them are still alive. The Mutas got called back to deal with these Roaches. Holy smokes. You have been given another lease on life, Vipers. Go. Not going to happen. What the heck was... Oh, Lings. Lings are up here inside the main base. So they've killed the hive. They're going after the infestation pit. This is extremely chaotic right now. Some ultras popped for Kachu, and that was the end of those Roaches. Crikey. They have no upgrades. Kachu has no respect for upgrades, you guys. He has... literally 0 upgrades for anything. Where does Mutas go? Do I need to rewind and see what happened to his Mutas? Oh, no, they're here. I was going to say, I don't think anything killed them. I really don't think they did. So it's 101 to 87 total supply. This is a good game. This is a good ZVZ. I've always said, once ZVZs get past the Ling, Baneling, Roach versus Roach type stuff, it gets interesting. When there's Ultras and Mutas and Infestors and Hiders on the field, it gets chaotic. Lurkers can also come into play. In the ZVZ, everything's on the table, and that's what I like about it. That is what I like about this particular matchup. What I like about ZVZ. Should write a song. Did you know the most popular video on Husky's channel is the Banelings spoof of the Justin Bieber song? That is double the number of views of anything else he's ever done on YouTube. Isn't that insane? Another Parasitic Bomb down on these Mutas. They got the Vipers, though, but they don't know about splitting. This is the worst Parasitic Bomb destruction I've ever seen. 39 Mutas have gone down. Resources lost 18,000 for VaLmaLisK and a full 28,000 for Kachu. Base in the bottom left finally going down. I think Valma left this alive last time for some reason. Pulling up this other base in the bottom middle just now popped up. Are these drones? These are drones that are trying to egg on in here. Oh, never mind. They're out. Dude, bring Overseers. This burrow thing is killing you. There'd be so few workers right now for Kachu if you could discover the burrowed workers. Yeah, this is nuts. We got Ultras and Mutas versus Roach. And, yeah, I mean, nobody's surprised the Ultra Muta's going to win that fight. Assuming equal numbers. Ling's rolling into Kachu's base up along this right side. There's the burrow on the drones. His reaction time with burrow is actually not terrible. But the +2/+2 Roaches causing problems for the bases is what's going on here for Kachu. Lings 2, Mutas show up, Ultras trundle in, but it's too late. The hatch is gone. VaLmaLisK very smartly retreats from this, although I feel like that number of Roaches could take out these Ultras, especially considering they're both at about 50% health, as you can see by the orange on the health bars here. Yeah, so Roach is pulling back. 153 to 93 total supply. Kachu keeps keeping on, man. He is building, rebuilding this hatch that just died. That is a pro thing to do, honestly. If you watch players as these Ultras and Mutas trying to come in here and deal with this base, again, it's just Roach. There's the Parasitic Bomb. He doesn't really need to do anything else but toss down Parasitic Bomb against these Mutas because he doesn't know you need to find the one that is affected by the Parasitic Bomb and split it off. Holy crap. There's so many exploding Mutas in this game. Queen finishing off the wounded one there. Golly, 50 dead Mutalisks. 50 of them is stupid. That is a stupid high number. Oh, hatchery dead. All right. Trying to rebuild Kachu. What I was going to say, though, if you watch pros, their base dies, and as long as the opposing army isn't relatively nearby, they'll rebuild it. They'll throw it down. They can cancel it, again, if they need to, because their reaction time is so good. But you'll see lower-level players screw up by not replacing bases that have died. You'll even see GM-level players screw up by not replacing bases that have died. And it's just the one thing. Pros always consistently replace the base as soon as it dies, as long as they can defend it in a reasonable way. Another Mutaflux from Kachu. He said, at first you don't succeed with Mutas. Try again. Finding a Baneling group here. There's the Parasitic Bomb. And there's Kachu again. Every single one of these Mutas is getting hit by this Parasitic Bomb. Okay, 2 of them might be outside the circle, and they are super injured. They're not dead, though? No. All right, Roach is attacking. Got an attack down here with Lings in the middle. So many Roach. He just says, you know what? Anti-air is overrated. I'm just going to murder your stuff with ground units, and your Mutas can impotently try to kill me from the sky. How's that sound? I've been in this position before, actually. The ZVZ. where I went Muta, but I didn't have enough, and then just a million roaches wrecked my stuff, and the Mutas are going pew pew, pew pew pew. Come on, pew pew pew. Just desperately trying to take down the roaches, and it wasn't enough. All my bases died. All my stuff was out. There's the burrow. I like it. Where'd that overseer go? Your overseer's dead, Kachu? Yes. Oh man, the burrow move is going to be invaluable here. Yeah, it's going to help these roaches regain their health very, very quickly. And look at them, all of them, full health roach, because of the burrow. Because of the burrow heal. All right, Kachu, he has this base. And look, what's his name? He knows it's there. Wait, VaLmaLisK knows it's there? Go kill it, you crazy person. Hey, look, another base. And pop. And roaches using melee attack against drones is not a good thing for the drones. Yes, okay, so he did Ling flood the space along the right side. He's killing the base down there. He's killing the natural too. Kachu is down to literally nothing, and that's the good game. He saw the writing on the wall. Taps out with the good manner, good game, and VaLmaLisK is your winner. That was a good ZVZ. That was a good ZVZ, right? Right. Aren't you glad you watched this? I'm glad I watched this and cast it. Yeah, I mean, VaLmaLisK, it was ugly. It wasn't probably an ideal strategy to deal with mass Muta. Well, I mean, against a better player, probably not. So Parasitic Bomb, again, you find the ones affected by the Parasitic Bomb, you split it from the rest of the group, you let it die, and the rest of your Mutas are fine. It's just like a Radiate back in Brood War. One unit's affected, it does splash damage to people nearby, figure it out, get rid of it. I don't know how Kachu is this good at this game and doesn't know how Parasitic Bomb works. Oh, both players end with an average APM of 117. Exactly. That's kind of creepy. All right, so I think I like what Kachu was doing. He just ran out of time. Just couldn't deal with the roaches. Didn't have enough ultras. Didn't have enough infestors. Didn't have enough, and lost 50 Mutas. God. I mean, VaLmaLisK lost 85 roaches, but that just seems a little bit more acceptable. 9 vipers, 9 infestors dead too. But 8 hatcheries down for Kachu. 8, and a lair, and a hive. That's 10 dead bases. Good macro, just not as good at dealing with the army side of things. Ended up being 38,000 resources lost for Kachu and a full 21 lost for Valma. 120 drones went down for Kachu. Dang, that's a lot. And 24 for VaLmaLisK. Ended up with 45. Not a huge number. Probably could have stood to get a little more saturation there, but that's okay. He won. He won. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of the Mid-Rank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Before us, our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. Justice, our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. Sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Kala Mutas. Mutas. Antaranas. Naslaran. Kinalatu. Casar di Templare. Daramanaka. Oshara Sashina. Kinala Tu.